Hi friends, Chris Hardy here, the Associate Pastor at West Lawn United Methodist Church, and I have a joke for you. Why didn't the shrimp share its treasure? Because it's shellfish. Get it? Shellfish, not selfish. So today, as we continue along here with our Sermon on the Mount from Jesus and the Gospel according to Matthew, chapters 5, 6, and 7, we are talking about treasure. And did you know, fun fact for Bible Trivia Night, that Jesus actually talks more about money than he does about heaven? It's true. Look it up. So without further ado, the words of Jesus from the New Living Translation. Don't store up treasures here on earth where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasure in heaven where moths and rust cannot destroy and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. So Jesus talks more about money than heaven because that's part of our condition as a human, that we are fallen, that we are sinful, that we are separated away from the things that brings us close to God. We put things in between us and God. And for us, especially in Western culture, and I would say even across the globe, that we put treasure, our money, our things, our stuff, our wealth in between us and God. Because throughout time and place and history, those that have the most stuff seem to have the most power and authority. Those that have the most gold can buy the biggest army and they can rule over the people that do not. Those that have the biggest bank account can buy the nicest car and the best piece of property in Berks County, so to speak. And that's what Jesus is talking about. We place so much value on the things, the stuff that money buys, the accumulation of wealth, the knickknacks, the collectibles, the sports cars, the whatever it may be, things that are going to decay. That's what he's talking about when the things that, the moth, the rust, and the thieves, that they can be taken away. They're going to turn back into ash and to dust, or someone else can claim them. It's because they are temporary, they're short-lived, and they can be taken away from us in an instant. And our lives here in this mortal body are only temporary as well. But where our treasure is, what's in our heart, is what Jesus ends us with when he says, wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. So maybe our heart is in our sports car, or our fancy vacations, or the tens of thousands of dollars we have invested in some sort of collectible. Maybe that is where our heart is, but Jesus is reminding us, telling us that treasure is misplaced. Our hearts are misplaced, that our treasure shouldn't be in stuff and things and money and wealth, but instead in heaven, in God's love and grace and mercy. Store your treasure in heaven, Jesus says, because that is eternal. That is where our hearts should be compelled to be turned towards. Shouldn't be towards the stuff that are here and temporary, but the things that will be everlasting. And unfortunately, we look around the world today, and as we are only about 2 months away from Christmas, we know the commercialization that's about to take over, probably any week now on our TV commercials, and I already got a catalog in the mail for Christmas gifts. I mean, it's insane to me, the commercialization that we have done with Christmas, and have taken away the meaning, the birth of our Messiah. But I digress, and maybe I don't digress, because we are storing up our treasure in things at the celebration at the birth of Christ, which seems not only ironic, but a bit hypocritical. So friends, I encourage you to have your heart bent toward Jesus, to have your heart compelled toward your treasure in heaven and not on things of this earth. I hope that helps you focus and center yourselves today, because Jesus ultimately wants us to give us these things for proper stewardship, our money and our wealth and jobs, to share with others, to bring about God's kingdom, but not to build bigger barns and to have more stuff just for ourselves. Hope you and yours are well, and may God be with you until we meet again.